So we're pretty trash at defense. You all know this. And it makes sense because when you look at how many natural defensive players we have on this team, we got Jeremy Grant, who has shown signs for us, and that's good. But also Nerlens Noel, who's legitimately one of the better defensive players in the NBA. Besides those two, I mean, we have some guys who are alright. TJ McConnell can play a little bit of defense, but we've seen this season, and our record shows it, we're just not getting enough stops. And we're a pretty damn good offensive team, but if you're not effective on both sides of the floor, you're going to have a tough time. So I was looking at options. How can we improve defensively without having to do too much? Well, for one, we actually have a diamond in the rough of Justin Holiday, who is actually pretty alright when it comes to defense. I mean, you look at his attributes here, it's way better than Seth Curry, I'll tell you that much. Now, Holiday, he's not a great three-point shooter, but he's not awful either. So he's going to be getting some more minutes for us. He just ended up on the team somehow. I don't know how he got here. But also, I was scouring the league a little bit, and I think I found our savior. I found the guy who's going to make us a defensive juggernaut. And anybody who's been around this channel for a minute will recognize this name on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Adrian Payne. Pretty solid defensively across the board, and actually not a bad shooter. Now this is weird because he sucks in real life, but 2K likes him. And so I'm thinking, how are we going to get Adrian Payne? Because he's not playing for Minnesota, so this is not an issue for them to give him away. I said, screw it, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at y'all. 6 second-round draft picks. Because these never amount to anything in 2K anyway. Adrian Payne's on the roster, there we go. So now we've added 2 guys who are pretty okay at defense. Hopefully this will make a difference. And you're also going to see in this gameplay coming up, with me preaching all this defensive stuff, I think Nerlens Noel took it to heart because the flat top, he does some things in this game. And luckily for me, we're facing the Brooklyn Nets, who are one of the worst teams in the NBA, so this defensive philosophy will hopefully hold up against these guys. We already saw Nerlens' first play of the game get a steal, or at least the first clip that I actually feel like showing. What's going to happen here? I got Marcus Thornton defending me, shout out to him for still being in the NBA, and watch this from Nerlens. What the hell? Well, Nerlens Noel's the MVP of this team. That dude just hit a mid-range jumper that had an F release, my goodness. But you're going to see here, we didn't play any defense on Brook Lopez right there. He just shot that ball. No challenge for him whatsoever. I tried to get confident with Schroeder. Not the best idea for me. Otto Porter ended up on the team. I don't know why Washington would give him up. That's the sort of guy that the Brooklyn Nets should be looking to acquire in real life. And then some dude hit a three-pointer by just walking backwards. So the defensive thing that we're going for, it hasn't really taken off just yet, as, who was that? Schroeder got caught in a weird angled screen. Jahlil, I'm going to need you to close the gap just a little bit. No one can defend Jahlil Okafor. He doesn't do the best job of playing defense himself, but, I mean, it's what we sign up for because he's so damn good on offense. His shot close is like a 99 at this point, so I'm willing to put up with it. And speaking of shot close, he gets a little bit of space and he just kind of gets the lucky roll. I've had 2 shots go in now. One was an F release and one was a D release, and they still went in, so I don't know what to tell you. Crap defense there inside. And so now Adrian Payne entering the game because Dario Saric was the big man next to Okafor. That's not a very good defensive front court, those two. But Adrian Payne might be a bit different, or maybe not because they just scored inside right there. And, well, that dude fell down. And then, what the hell is this play? Oh, Adrian Payne. Nice little shot. Nothing too crazy. Adrian, he didn't do too much in this first game from an offensive standpoint. If you'll remember that Knicks series, he was like 6th man of the year for us. Hopefully we can get him to that point. And then Jahlil, always a reliable option offensively. Whenever I tell Jahlil Okafor to do a sprint in practice, he gets kind of down because he's not trying to run. But if I tell him to just stand there and score on somebody in the paint, he'll do that all day for me, no matter who we're facing. Speaking of that, we go to it one more time, but this time they finally bring a double team, so we got to move it around. I've already said we're a good offensive team. I mean, we got guys who can penetrate inside and dish it out to shooters. We have guys who can make shots. We're good in all those areas, but we got to improve defensively. Nerlens, once again, being the only guy who's really staying true to this whole defensive thing. And you know what? I think we're going to probably go with Jahlil Okafor and Adrian Payne together, and then we can probably do Nerlens Noel and Saric together because it's just a nice contrast of their play styles, I feel like. We saw Jahlil Okafor hit a mid-range. That was cool. And then Adrian Payne, oof. I got to the foul line quite a bit in this game to the point where it was actually a little ridiculous. But Adrian Payne couldn't get any credit on that one, man. I mean, he got hacked. But nope, no free throws for him. But we still have a 7-point lead, so apparently we're doing something correct. Justin Holiday has been in the game. He didn't really screw anything up for me, so I guess that's a good look. Adrian, can you hit a 3? No, but with a B release, you have to imagine a few of those are going to go in for us. It is funny how I gave up 6 second-round picks for that guy. My goodness. Otto Porter, shout out to him. He had a legitimately good season last year for the Wiz, so I don't know. He's a good dude with his glasses. And then Jahlil to the free throw line once again. Jahlil Okafor had himself a pretty typical game for what you expect from him. He scored a lot of points. The mid-range is looking good. He grabbed like 6 rebounds, but it's okay. How are we going to play on defense? Oh my goodness, Nerlens. Nerlens is really showing out. You know what? I guarantee Nerlens' eyes just lit up when I said, we got to focus on defense, guys. And I'll admit, the rest of the roster has been okay, if anything, but Nerlens has definitely showed up. I just realized Brandon Ingram hasn't done anything this entire video. It's fine, don't worry about it. We missed that shot, and now I'm thinking, oh hell no, I'm not trying to lose another game. If we lose another game, I got to trade the whole roster. Look at that defense, though. Holy hell. Brandon Ingram and Jahlil Okafor blocking Brook Lopez's shot. And then on the other end, getting to the free throw line with Jahlil, we got a chance to put this thing away. Like I said, it's a good thing we're facing the Brooklyn Nets, because if I'm preaching this whole philosophy of us stopping you on the defensive end, and then we face like Golden State, it would have been kind of awkward. But against Brooklyn, we win, so that's good for us. Our savior, Adrian Payne, didn't ball out, but at the same time, he probably had a couple of good defensive moments. He had one shot, so that was good. And look at this, 47%, not bad.